What's up, guys? Me, the ALE Prince here to give you a video in the dark. Yes, clearly you can tell by the window it's daylight, but because it's just so freaking tiresome, I just decided to just upload this video. Basically, the top 10 matches of August. I can't believe I forgot this. I apologize in advance. I've just been have so much in my mind, and I kind of don't feel like making videos while have a lot of my agenda. But I do plan on doing like a recap movie series kind of thing, just so I could talk about movies, not just wrestling. Even though it's been doing pretty good, I'm not saying I hate it, but to an extent, I hate it if you're WWE, of course. But yeah, overall, it's just been such a tiresome week, and I hope you guys just understand. But enough rambling. Let's just talk about my favorite matches of this month. August was a pretty good year to say it. It was a summer season, of course, so definitely it was the end of the summer, so a lot of matches gonna get kicking. A lot of great matches were just settled for this month. But anyways, let's just go on with it. Oh yeah, let's have some honorable mentions. First of all, I don't have Zack Sabre Jr. versus Tetsuya Naito, which could have easily kicked in this match. I don't have what's it called? I don't have Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler from SummerSlam. I don't have what's it called? Ricochet and Adam Cole from TakeOver, even though I didn't think that match was even that great to begin with. Roman Reigns and Finn Balor almost hit this list, but there was like one match that kind of hit it for me, and I thought it was even better to an extent. But anyways, this is my list. Number 10 for me is going to have to be Pentagon Jr. versus Cage from Lucha Underground, August 22nd. Now, I have said that I don't like Lucha Underground. This season, it's just been pretty weak for the most part. I'm not a big fan of Antonio Cueto, Dario Cueto, or the actor playing somebody else and exaggerating the character, talking like this and shit. Like, I'm not digging Lucha Underground this month. Plus, some of the top tier talents are gone, like Prince Puma, Angelico. Some of their top guys are gone. So that's kind of like what sucks about it. But for the most part, I've been enjoying some of the storytelling. Some stuff feels kind of random. But anyways, Pentagon Jr. was definitely the highlight of the entire show. He should be the main focus of the show, honestly. Like, stop making like Johnny Mundo the star. Even though I like him, don't make all these other guys the star. Like, Pentagon Jr. should be your main focus into the show. And hell, they should do like slow builds to Pentagon Jr. and Dragon Azteca, since that's what they're planning on doing. So if they do like something like that long term wise, then I'll be impressed. But so far, I don't know. Lucha Underground's not been that great. But again, Pentagon Jr. was the best part of this whole thing. His mini feud with Cage is really good, and this is the ending. I think it was a street fight. I can't remember, but this was definitely a good match. They're both kicking ass, both in Impact and Lucha Underground. This is definitely a proof of it. This is definitely going to be one of the biggest years for these guys, and this definitely shows it. I really enjoyed it. It's definitely a must-see match. Very underrated. No one's talking about it. Daniel Bryan versus The Miz from SummerSlam kicks in at number 9. The best part of SummerSlam, the only thing people wanted to watch out of SummerSlam, to be honest. And it came off a little... I think it was in the right spot. The problem is that there was like 4 to 5 other matches after it. It should have been like the co-main event or anything. Or like, semi-main event. Somewhere there. But yeah, I'm still glad that we had it. I'm still glad that the story's continuing. It's good to see that The Miz got his big moment for once. It's great to see that The Miz is finally getting his comeuppance for once. And he's like finally being like one of the main centers of the brand, because he is probably, him and Daniel Bryan are easily the best parts of this entire show. So hell, if they build this up all the way to WrestleMania, then I'm totally down for it. They're having a mixed tag team match at Hell in a Cell, which personally I would have had it at Evolution, because I've heard that they're low on ticket sales, so that would have been a perfect selling point. But again, no man kind of thing, I get it. And I'll do an individual video on Evolution and why I think it's like not doing so good. But I do want that pay-per-view to succeed. It's just I want actual good shit out of it. But yeah, SummerSlam. SummerSlam is probably the best show they've had all year, other than the Royal Rumble, I guess. WrestleMania. It started strong and then it kind of flopped somewhere in the middle. Yeah, but for the most part, yeah, I think SummerSlam and the Royal Rumble are the only two good shows we've had all year. And Fastlane actually was pretty good. I really gotta admit, Fastlane was pretty enjoyable as well. But yeah, Danny Bryan and The Miz kicked ass. The story was going on, and it's still going on. And I like that the stiff wrestling kind of came into play. It was nice to see a different style of wrestling from these two. Kota Ibushi and Tetsuya Naito from G1 Climax 28. Day 14. This is one of many G1 matches that we're gonna get. Kota Ibushi and Tetsuya Naito definitely killed it. These guys always have great matches, so this was no different. It's good to see that Kota Ibushi is finally being treated like a main event player, even though Tetsuya Naito kind of is, kind of isn't. I don't know. His schedule is completely random, but definitely still down to see what they do with him. I think that what we're doing with these guys is really good now, and hopefully it's just leads to different shit. And again, this is another classic from theirs. Another set of people had another classic were Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano from NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4, coming in at number 7. This is definitely my least favorite out of the bunch. I've even said that I don't like how Johnny Gargano was kind of built like an idiot. And to be honest, Johnny Gargano has been pretty dull after this. Like, the fact that they're not selling his injury all that well, like, oh, he just gets up, like, whatever, is just kind of lame. I kind of wish that Gargano's taken off of TV for a while and then he makes his big comeback, like, somewhere around WrestleMania weekend. Give Tommaso Ciampa his own moment to shine. Don't just separate them. That way it could feel even bigger if they happen to have a match. Because they've had 4 matches, including the Cruiserweight Classic. So they could do something bigger and they could like actually do long-term storylines, but what do I know? I'm just a smart wrestling fan. But yeah, this was still another classic. It's kind of hard to do a big no disqualification type of style match when we've already seen an unsanctioned match in a Chicago street fight. This is a last man standing match, but it was like, alright. But I still thought the match was pretty great. These guys cannot have a bad match, but I can't wait to see if they do another one. But I hope that they do take a while and relax and do something else for once. So definitely excited to see where these two guys are going. I know Gargano's fighting Velveteen Dream, and currently Ciampa is being accused of Aleister Black's beatdown. So who knows what they'll do. So definitely excited to see what they do next. Number 6, Pentagon Jr. versus Sami Callihan from Impact, August 23rd. This is another great match from these two guys. Definitely, Impact has definitely improved a lot. I think they're enjoying, and this is a death match. This is just insane. More blood, more sweat, more tears. I don't know why I did that. But yeah, I still enjoyed it. These guys definitely have great chemistry. Very underrated chemistry, to say the least. I'm even shocked they could even have this much great talent. I like that these guys make it feel old school with the new school. I like how they mix up the violence and brutalness with some of the more technical style wrestling. So I enjoyed that from them. So it was definitely a good match. Number 5, Kenny Omega versus Tomohiro Ishii from day 14 of the G1. Tomohiro Ishii got his victory. I'm pretty sure this is going to lead to a King of Pro Wrestling or Destruction in Kobe or Power Struggle. I don't know when they're having their match, but I can't wait for another rematch. And hopefully, I know Kenny Omega's going to win because they're easily setting up Omega and Tanahashi at Wrestle Kingdom 13, which I'm cool with, but definitely want to see Tomohiro Ishii get a big victory. Hell, he should be the next IC champion. Think about that. Tomohiro Ishii versus Chris Jericho. Let's go. But yeah, Ishii is definitely one of my favorite talents. He didn't have a good, strong year, but he's finally back at being like his own solo guy. He's still part of was that under the brand? He's part of Chaos or which I forgot which faction he's part of, but definitely excited to see Tomohiro Ishii finally stand out on his own. So that's great. Number 4, Kazuchika Okada versus Tomohiro Ishii, G1 Climax 28 Day 17. This match ended in a draw, just like their G1 match from 2016, I want to say. I think it was 2016 where they had another tie. But I'm glad that we got the match. I'm still glad that these guys still have great chemistry. And, Tanahashi wins. Even though it ended in a draw, he gets the final point. And I'm still happy that we got these matches. Okada with red hair is definitely standing out. And, he's finally wrestling. He's not wrestling different, but, it's just... I don't know. What you've already seen from these guys, you already know that these guys could kill it. I just realized my list is full of a lot of matches we've seen in the past before. But the fact that when they do long-term booking, that's when it works. I just realized none of these matches are new. Some of these matches we've seen in the past before. It's just that now it's that they're finally getting good stories heading into it. Number 3, Undisputed Era versus Moustache Mountain, NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4. This is easily the best match of the night. A lot of people say Gargano and Ciampa, but if you actually rewatch the show, this match got it better. If anything, this should have closed the show. I wouldn't mind if this closed the show at all because these guys are killing it. They had easily one of my favorite tag team trilogies of all time. I can't really think of some, maybe Demolition and the Hart Foundation, but the fact that all of these matches were regular matches, like 1-on-1, 2-on-2, I should say, but they weren't like street fight, tornado match. No, they just kept telling different stories with each match, and that's what makes them more unique. When you could just tell a story without adding any stipulations, that's fucking cool. And these 4 men showed it. Tyler Bate is definitely doing a lot better. Last time I cared about Tyler Bate was when he was UK champion, but now I'm digging what he's doing now. Mark Andrews, even though he's gained a little bit of weight, he kind of looks like a British Cassius Ohno, to be honest. He's still kicking ass. He's still being better. He's actually a lot better than Cassius Ohno today. I'm not digging Cassius Ohno at all. I would just go back to the Indies, do something else with him. But yeah, and of course the Undisputed Era being one of the top heels. Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly have been killing it. I kind of feel bad for Bobby Fish being just a manager at this point, but hopefully down the road, Bobby Fish gets some comeuppance, and hell, maybe we do Kyle O'Reilly versus Bobby Fish. That would be an awesome match to have, but yeah, I can't wait to see what they do next with these guys. Number 2, one more thing I wanted to say. I'm glad that they brought back the whole throwing the towel back in the position, like, should I throw the towel, should I not? That was awesome storytelling. That's why I love that match. I think that's why it's my favorite out of TakeOver Brooklyn, just because of more stories you could tell it. Number 2, Kenny Omega versus Kota Ibushi, G1 28 Day 18. Kota Ibushi and Kenny Omega, the most anticipated match we've been waiting for a long ass time. Think about it. The Golden Lovers finally have their match. They've had matches in the past before, and they have been pretty good. But now that these guys are well established, well known, it's just been awesome to see these guys kick ass and now be the top guys. And Kota Ibushi beating Kenny Omega, his best friend. Now there's talk that this should have easily been the closing to Wrestle Kingdom 13, which, oh my god, yes. But I'm still cool with Tanahashi fighting Kenny Omega. But that would have been awesome, but who knows what we'll do next. Speaking of Tanahashi, number 1 is Tanahashi and Kota Ibushi from the G1 Finals, the finale of the G1 tournament. When you can finally close the show with a great match, it's just definitely great. Because in this hand, I was like, we were all rooting for Kota Ibushi, but Tanahashi winning, we're like, but we're like, oh wait, Tanahashi and Omega only have one match, so maybe now this could be the next Okada Omega. Probably not to that extent. Those matches are incredible. Not saying that these guys can't have a match just as big as that, but it's really impossible at this point. But yeah, I can't wait to see what they do next. Definitely excited that Tanahashi's back at the main event picture. I kind of miss him as the IC champion. He was doing a lot of cool shit with that belt. So, but I'm still cool with what they're doing with him now. So, no problem there. Tanahashi, Omega, they're back on. They're gonna main event Wrestle Kingdom, so that's gonna be great. September is not that exciting. I really don't think so. We already got All In, and I got a couple matches in there. I don't know when the next TakeOver is happening. Lucha Underground hopefully pulls it off. Impact, if you continue doing what you guys do now, then I'm pretty sure you guys might make it in the list. As far as WWE, I'm pretty sure the only thing they got really is maybe Braun and Roman and inside the cell. That's about it. I heard Seth Rollins got injured. Yeah, WWE just jinxed themselves, but who knows. But anyways, I can't wait to see what they do next. So it's me, the ALE Double X Princess. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And until then, I'm out.